Good morning, everyone. How are you today? So, thank you for coming and happy to see you all in this morning. Firstly, I want to tell you so, when I am guiding meditation, if you have difficult time with hearing, please let me know because when I'm come to here and when after I sit in the discussion, I don't know, it's automatically my voice is getting low. So if you have difficult time, let me know. Maybe next time I can think about it. So when you are going to think about this world right now, so many people are live with fear and worry because of different things. So today I would like to share with you something about fear and worry, because we all are experiencing these emotions, all humans and also non-humans too. They all have fear. We all have fear. So I think you experience in your life these same emotions. I don't know how many times. Maybe, can you count? We can count how many times we experience fear and worry. So those are the natural things every day we are experiencing. So I have experienced this same emotion so many times as a little boy, as a little monk. So after I came here, so recently I went to Sri Lanka. When I was traveling to Sri Lanka, so at the airport after I went to Sri Lanka, so I also experienced. But I think how we are handling that situations, maybe your experience will help you, because those experiences teach you how you can handle that kind of situations. So maybe you have something different idea about this. So one time Buddha shared with his disciples, there are 4 ways we are creating our fear, but I am going to tell you 2 ways. It is called, actually one time Bhante Assaji, when he was doing Sutta study class, he shared with these 4 ideas with that group. So there are 2 ways we are thinking, we are creating our fear. One called in Pali, Attanuvada Bhaya, other called Paranuvada Bhaya. Atta means ourselves. We are creating our fear and worry because of ourselves. Also, we are creating our fear and worry because of others. So, just think about this too. How we create our fear with ourselves. How you create. How you... Yeah, imagine something will happen like this. Something happened to me like this. Yeah, we feel guilty about something. Oh, I did something. Oh, it is common. So recently I was talking about criticism. Then I think so many people do self-criticism. I think more than 90% people, they do, because it is called, guilty. Yeah. So if you have that kind of, maybe you experience so many times, what you do? Any tricks? Yeah, focus on present moment.
You could apologize to someone, or you could insult them. That's why we could.
Yeah, you can apologize. Yeah. There are so many ways we can think about our fear. So, how create others your fear? Maybe when you are going to think about your family, when you're going to think about your kids. So it can create your fear too. It happened to me because recently my father passed away. Then I was in Sri Lanka 3 months. Then I came back. My sister was living with my mom. Then she left. She went to live with her husband. Now my mom, she's living alone. Once in a while, I'm going to think about her. Then I have fear because, she's just living by herself, lonely. But, every night our neighbors, and sometimes she go to their neighbor's house, sometimes they come to our house. In Sri Lanka, it's there. If someone live lonely, then someone come and they are living with, especially women. They are come and they are living together, and yeah. So now every morning and every night I'm calling to my mom. So she's now doing okay, but now that all the fear thoughts go away from me, because now I know she's okay, she's safe. So there are so many ways we can create our fear. Someone create fear for you. So that is common emotion. Also worry. This both came together, fear and worry. So also I want to recommend one book. I already told Tessa we can order that book. There's a book, it is called How to Live Without Fear and Worry. So I really like that book. I have Sinhala translation. Also I have English translation too. I think it is really hard to find in the Amazon or something. We tried to buy few books, but we couldn't. So if you really like to read that book, it's in the. Do we have any books? Yeah, I think it's on the way. Just only 1 or 2 books we ordered because it's hard to find. But if you are going to read the book, it is really, really simple. One of famous monk, one of the greatest teacher, his name Dhammananda. He passed away several years ago. So actually these days I'm reading that English book and Sinhala book because sometimes English kind of hard for me. Then I'm comparing. Then I learn so many things from that books. So what I learn, what I am practicing, also I'm like to share with you. So I recommend that book. Maybe you can try to read that book. So this fear. So as I told you, you create your fear. Also, someone can create your fear. Also, when you are going to think about your future, we are creating our fear too. We don't know what happened next about future. So that's why it is really difficult to understand how we can handle that kind of tough emotions. So how I experience actually, if I have that same situation, what I do, firstly I try to think, if I have so many plans about future, I think maybe this will happen or not. Because those are the plans. We don't know it will happen or not. These days also I have to think something different. It is kind of my personal things. But sometimes my friend asks me, Bhante, what will happen to your next thing? I will let you know after 5-6 months what is that. So it is kind of tough, but I am thinking it will happen or not. It will be okay, I am okay. Also it will not okay, I am also try to accept that one too. I'm already ready for everything. So I think that's the best way we can, because our future can create your fear and worry. So try to think it will happen or not. Try to accept it. Especially you have to teach this same idea to your kids. I know when we were little, as a little monk, as a little boy, I left my house when I was 9, 2001. Then I was I was a boy at my temple 1 year. Then I became a monk 2002. So actually this is almost 18, 19 years as a monk. So when we were little, every morning we have to go to our class to study. So after three months we have test, term test. So most of times our teachers taught us, we want to see your good grade. Because teachers, parents, they don't want to see you weak points. Always they want to see your high level. Those are the teachers. Parents, we can't change them. Maybe still they are same. Yeah. So, but if we are always encouraging them, your kids, do this, do this, do this. But I experienced, because I was a principal in our Dharma school in Sri Lanka, there was more than 1,500 kids, young, small, teenagers. Most of times, some parents came to me and they told, Bhante, my kids, my son, my daughter went to do her exam, then she failed. Then what the parents did, maybe they blame, they isolated them, they don't even go to talk with them. Also that kids are in really tough situations. So they don't know how to handle that kind of situation, because their mind planning to do their best, but unfortunately they couldn't. Then they don't know how to handle it. I think as a good parent, as a good grandmom or grandfather, teach your kids, you have to do like this, you have to do this kind of exams, you have to do this kind of events. Try to do your best. If you can, okay, try to accept it. This is the way you can also teach your kids. Then they can enjoy also their fail also. In Sri Lanka, for the little kids, after grade 5 they have exam. So all the parents, they are really excited for that exam. If their kids pass that exam, they can go to different school. It's good school. So that all the parents give their kids very tough time. Go study. Maybe they are wake up around 5, or little kids. Sometimes they are just 7, 6 old. So I heard so many stories how they are feelings after exam. So it is, I think, this fear and worry really, really related to all of us, as a kid, as an adult. So one time there was a great teacher, his name Shanti Deva, and he wrote one of his book, and he explained there are so many challenges come to our life every day. After 1 hour, maybe some challenges will come to you. Maybe tomorrow, we don't know. So also these days, me and Bhante, we have really big challenge. We are in new class in our school. It is really hard. We have to do a lot of academic writing, a lot of academic vocabulary. Sometimes it felt as, this is really tough, hard. But we have to accept the challenges. So then he explained, if you are in a trouble time, if you have to face some kind of challenges, firstly, try to face it. Face it mean go and do it. It means you have to develop your self-confidence. Self-confidence means, I can do it. Then you can handle that difficult time, tough time. Also, you can think how I can change this situation. Maybe you have to face it. Maybe you have to think how I can change it. There are 2 ways. Maybe you can try this both. Also, you can teach your kids, do this. So then you can handle that kind of difficult time. So it is really important to know how you can practice, how you can handle. Also, while we are practicing this loving kindness meditation, also mindfulness meditation, it can teach you. It can teach you how to control, how to handle. Because when we are practicing mindfulness meditation, it means we are focusing on present moment. Present moment is this moment. So when you are practicing mindfulness meditation, we are not going to focus future, past. Just we are trying to enjoy this moment. So this fear and worry, it is common for all of us. But it is really important how we recognize it. As I told you, your experience will help you how to handle it. Also, some guidance. Maybe there are so many resources. That's why I told you you can read that book. I really like that book because that book helped me a lot. So that's why I told Tessa so many times we have to order that book. So after we ordered, if you like, just buy and read it. You can learn so many things. So this is the thing that I want to share with you. So try to think, try to accept everything what will come to you. It will happen or not. That's a life. So also I have one of question too. I told this idea several times. We know we all are human. I already told you what is the definition of human. Some of you know what is the definition of human word. How you can explain it in English? Human. How you explain it? How you can define it? Because these days we are doing same thing, different words. Maybe it is kind of hard for you, but in my language, it is easy. It has really deep meaning. In my language, we call manussa for the human. Also, in English, we call man. How does that word came to English? Man word. Do you know? It is man, M-A-N, man. Do you know how it came to English? No. From mana. Mana is Pali word. You call mano pubbangama dhamma. Mana mean mind. Okay? Mana mean mind. Then it came to English, man. Okay? Make sense? Human mean, in our language, we call manussa. It's mean among the human beings who develop, cultivate, raise their mind up to the maximum level. That's why we all are called human. So as a human, we have to think there are so many different situations in our life. Try to accept, try to think. Think these all the ideas, try to practice. And thank you for coming.